Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode, no recording of Hearthstone. We just need 2 rogue victories, I think is all we're gonna play, but I don't think we'll try warrior since we've been playing a lot of warrior. And we need to play quite a lot of minions. Let's see. 17 minions that cost 2 or less. So, I don't know what deck particularly has the smallest amount that costs 2 or less, but looking at the Hearthstone deck tracker app, it seems like this pirate deck is pretty good with that. Let's see.
Watch your back.
Is Blade Fury? No, that's not. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not great. So we will try to stick with just a bunch of these a bunch of playthroughs through this, and then we'll be done. And
greetings.
We very much
the pleasure is mine.
Have gotten to this point where what am I trying to say? We've gotten to this point where Hearthstone it's really only taking 2 recordings to do 3, and I imagine that's eventually going to come back to backfire on us. I'm not certain 100% how we're going to fix that. See, this guy's going to do 3. So let's do this. Oh yeah, that is a great move.
Feed the fish like the lover.
That is the first time that has ever actually worked. So I kind of wish I had another one of these guys on the next draw. Sadly, no. So if I bring out this guy, he's just gonna attack me, so instead we'll do this.
Here we go.
Attack this guy, and end the turn. So last recording I was talking about what I wanted Borderlands 3. I really don't know what other things I would want. I don't care what world they go to, what story they tell, as long as it somewhat fits what is a very broad thing right now of
X marks the spot.
the potential that they've gone, because every single DLC pretty much in Borderlands has gone in some different direction, but kept it all very much in the same one. So there's zombies, there's one that was full-on fantasy RPG.
Want a deal?
So between all those, they can do almost anything, and they can go to any world. Ideally, I think what they should do is go to a different world, have different types of creatures and different types of bad guys, and redo the mentality and style there. Tales from the Borderlands, in particular, opens up that possibility where you could go to a world full of Hyperion people who wouldn't be psychos, basically, in the same way as that there are psychos on Pandora.
Here we go.
And that's the name of them, the psychos, if you haven't played Borderlands. And it could totally be that the planet is just full of vault hunters, that you're fighting other vault hunters.
They all bend to my command.
Here we go.
I'm not ready to do Blade Fury yet. I'll attack one more time. Hopefully he will attack this guy, or I can attack this guy and keep him alive.
The gates are open.
Ready to flee.
Come on. No, they don't want to attack. Well, there's no way to get this guy angry. So we have to do this, take 6 to us, do this, to do some damage here, then do this, to do that, and then the turn there. Maybe that's my real trepidation about Borderlands 3, the potential of it, is that I'm not sure they can do much of anything and it be new and unique and as interesting as everything else that has come before it.
Here we go.
It's like Assassin's Creed, it's like all the other games that at this point you're saying to yourself, what can they do new that still stays and feels like the old game, but is new and unique, and those are two contradictory things.
X marks the spot.
Here we go.
This is strange because he could probably beat me, and I still kind of think he will. But I might get lucky. I still want a one-eyed Chi to cut first, South Sea Deckhand, Buccaneer. All these guys would be very helpful. And if I was just going for victories, if I wasn't going for victories, I would stretch this game out. But I think I'm just gonna win, because we do still need 2 wins. We're gonna beat Shiny Pants. What a silly name. I've really gotten away from looking at people's names. It's just not, my eyes aren't going up there. And frankly, they're not funny enough. Yep, lost. I was just too low in my health. There. Only need 9 more minions and 2 victories, so that seems like as long as we stick with this deck, we will get both accomplishments, and then we should be at somewhere around 2,400 gold. We want to be at 5,000.
You're back.
So, are we really getting close to halfway there, or am I 10 off? I keep thinking that I'm 10 off. 100 gold will get you 1 pack. I want to get 50, so 500 gold will get you 5 packs. 5,000 gold should get you 50. It sure seems like this is it's coming around a lot faster than I thought it would. And I'm happy for that, but it kind of makes me afraid that they're going to put out another expansion too.
Feed the fish, lover.
So there's 3 of the 9 we needed right there. this sucks. Okay. This can do this much, and then I suppose this can do this much. And we'll keep this too.
Job done.
And then the turn there.
To my side.
Irritating. Well, this would be 1, then the 2.
Here
So we do 2 here, and then let's see, this here. And then this here. And then the turn. It's gonna take quite a lot to power this thing up though. I would need it at a 714, 816. It'd have to be an 8 attack right now to take him out by itself. This. Do I just want to do this? Or do I want to do this?
Here we go.
In turn. Ideally, he would attack this with 1. Leave something alive, but nope. Not so lucky. Let's go ahead and summon this out.
Here we go.
Attack with this in the turn. 22 to 19. I have now, to talk about Doctor Who just a little bit, I've caught up, well, caught up is the wrong word, because I had watched them all before. But I've gone and re-watched the last season, the important episodes of last season, is more accurate
Here we go.
thing to say. But after pretty much everything that the important episodes between, what was the episode where Gallifrey comes back, it's, let's see,
I wonder.
the one where the probably most popular Doctor Who from the reboot, the second one. So there was the Doctor Who reboot with the first guy that nobody really liked that much, and then the second one, and
I wonder.
and so there's the episode, his big episode where he dies, up to the important episodes of
Quickly.
the latest Christmas episode, and trying to figure out that storyline plot. And in with that, there is a whole couple of seasons of the Silence and that whole section of the story, which now very much was squeezed in.
Here
Go ahead and kill this.
Job's done.
So the silence and the gray aliens and all of that, none of that really matters one bit for this storyline. The main storyline that is now what's supposed to, I think, be the best part. And then I watched the 50th anniversary and all of that. And then really the last season was trying to tie in the ideas of
Bend to my command. Yo ho ho.
let's see.
Here we go.
So can he do 10 damage to me, otherwise I'll win.
Well played.
And I don't know if I said it here or not, but I'm pretty certain, yeah, I'm gonna lose. I'm pretty certain that this next season is gonna be awful for Doctor Who. It's going to be longer episodes, 2-part episodes, which last time they did that was awful because there was, the way it was released was very long delays between each episode. There was only 6 episodes per season. None of them really mattered whatsoever. They were standalone things. Last season too, there really not a lot of it
Valera versus Anduin.
matters. What is weird is Clara. I did not realize when I go back and watch it. I'm like, oh yeah, Clara is the Impossible Girl. Her first introduction, she was a really cool character, but this last season just drove me to hate her completely. And I hated the last season for a lot of other reasons, the Danny Pink stuff and all of that, but yeah, the way she was written to act was just awful.
The pleasure is mine.
And she's still gonna be around. So I don't know how you particularly solve that problem. Clara should have totally been killed when she stepped into Doctor Who's timeline. And that should have been the end of it for her. She should have not come back right there. And they even had opportunity to kill her off in the most recent Christmas episode, which sucks. Go watch the most recent Christmas episode versus the one before it. It's night and day difference. I think that's right. I could be wrong. If I might be thinking of a different Christmas episode. Let's see. Here
Feed the fish, landlubber.
and here. And in return, I don't like the actor who is doing Doctor Who. I don't like the character. Let me be better about that. I don't like the character that Doctor Who's been written as with the new actor. I think the actor himself probably could have done a fine job. But how he is written is weird. And then the mystery about why he chose the face he chose on this reboot, this is his first regeneration where he beyond the number he's supposed to have. So there is a lot of thought there as to perhaps
Want a deal?
perhaps that maybe he is gonna be evil now. Maybe he maybe he's just gonna be different now. I mean, you're not supposed to be able to regenerate past the number that he was at. So, by all rights, they should have killed him off right then and there. What was really weird is that in the final episodes of the last season, they mentioned like all his family that he has around, because he has like a couple of Time Lord family members and a human version of a human family member just running around the galaxy. So there's all kinds of potential family members that could come back. Okay, we only need one more victory. Good. Maybe we'll get lucky. But inherently the problem is that the Ryder, there's something about, I think, his riding style and the riders under him. I think he has, because almost all riders have a riding team that don't get credited
Valir
under them.
versus Gul'dan.
This is just as I understand it. It may not
Watch
be true.
your back.
That may be completely false, but particularly for TV series, I would heavily believe it true. So, I suspect what they're doing is they are writing these 6 two-part episodes now, and that is going to free them up and have them more time to write the next season. So, while I think the season that's coming up for Doctor Who is going to be awful, I suspect they're going to kill off the Doctor actor. In fact, I thought I saw a rumor they had already let him go. I suspect they're going to get rid of Clara. I suspect that they're going to fully and completely wrap up all the storylines. It's like Rose. Nobody mentions Rose anymore. She's not important to the story anymore. Even though she came back in the 50th anniversary yet again, but not really her. I think they're gonna try and tie all that stuff up. Amy Pond, same thing. She's not been mentioned. Clara's trying to replace Amy Pond, but really it just didn't play at all. So I think they're gonna try and start over again. Hopefully they'll be able to do it somewhat successfully. We'll bring this out. Aw, man. I forgot this guy was gonna give me the coin. It means I could have summoned this and brought one of these guys out and given it charge. That was bad play. That was bad play. Okay, so we have this. Cost 1 less plus the attack of that. So we'll attack this. We'll attack this.
Here we go.
And we'll attack this. And then the turn. Next turn we could play the coin and play this. It would be a 3. Then that would make this only cost 1 and it still wouldn't work for that turn, unfortunately. Let's see. If I play this, it would be a 3. Which means I can then play this.
And plunder.
And I can attack
Here
the
we
face.
go.
Your minions cost 2 less, but no, we'll just hit the face anyways. We'll put this, and in the turn. I think that works pretty well. Only need one more victory, so hopefully I'll get this, and then we'll be done with this recording session. The fix Doctor Who is simple. You just need a new writer on it. Stephen Moffat, I think is his name. He's done far too much. He's been allowed to shop out a lot of episodes too. There's definitely episodes where other writers wrote it, and
Here we go.
they were just the hired help in that situation. So I'm saying two opposite things right there. I'm saying he's done too much and we need a new writer, but don't just hire writers who aren't going to be committed to the project. Hire somebody who can give you an entire season already somewhat written out and storyboarded out, and see what you could do with it. Doctor Who's very popular. I'm sure there would be more than enough people willing and able to write for it. Plus, Doctor Who in general is not like it's that terribly high. What's the word I want to use here?
They all bend to feed the fish, landlubber.
The quality on Doctor Who really isn't as good as you would think. It never has been, really.
Here we go.
So yeah, I'd get a new writer. I'd let it go a different direction. I would do that. Well, every 5 seasons, I'd say. I think you should stick to probably the Babylon 5 type mentality, is that you should have a 5-season arc in your head ready and storyboarded out before you even start. After those 5 story arcs, you should then, as that one writer, never touch it again. And that is true for like J. Michael Straczynski too, is that all the Babylon 5 things after the TV series, the few that there are considerably bad. Let's see. This. And then this.
X marks the spot.
This.
Here we
Then
go.
this. In the turn. I don't know how I could really win from this.
They'll never know what hit 'em.
I think Doctor Who kind of needs to be a little bit more like this too. Each episode should be an individual story, but some episodes have like no relation. You go back and look at the individual parts of a lot of Doctor Who, and it's not good and it's not necessary, which is a killer combination. That's kind of the sad thing about a lot of things, is when you start looking at them and judging them critically by their individual parts, the same way you would watch
Here we go.
the episodes weekly, they're not very good. But when people can Netflix and skip things and have nostalgia and forget the bad ones, they start thinking it's a lot better than it really was. This is also true for like Star Trek. The original Star Trek series and even the Next Generation series, there's a lot of garbage in there when you start looking at each individual back to back. I don't think the original Star Trek series particularly holds up well at all, except for maybe a couple of its episodes, and it only went 3 seasons long. Let's see.
Here we go.
So we are in a face race here. Gonna play this, and then power this up, and then end the turn. Even Babylon 5, if I probably went back and watched it. There's at least a few I know of off the top of my head of episodes that don't really matter, but a lot of them do because they conveniently were all written by J. Michael Straczynski, so he was power crazy enough to...
Here we go.
Well, let's see. If I survived to hit him one more time, then that would have won. I could have won, but I can't. So I'm just gonna play my coin.
Job's done.
And then end my turn. So I've shown him every card, everything I could have done. He's won, so let him win. We'll well play him.
Well played.
Why is he drawing a card? Come on, hurry up or I'm gonna just concede.
Why do you call?
In general, what's coming back on TV, not a lot of it has caught my attention. There's this Mr. Robot show that everybody's talking about, or maybe just everybody that is a celebrity is talking about, which who knows, they could have been all paid to talk about it. I will at some point want to watch that, but I think it's going to be one of those series that's going to be complicated and work a lot better in Netflix viewing than live viewing. Let's see, what else is coming back that I want to see actually? The League is coming back. The League is my weirdest show that I watch since I have no knowledge or understanding of football, and it's about a fantasy football team, but it's a comedy about horrible people is really what it is, and it's in its final season, so I want to watch that and I'll probably enjoy that. Otherwise,
the pleasure is mine.
I'm not sure there is much of anything. There's gotta be something else that I'm gonna enjoy. I do want to see Brooklyn Nine-Nine if it's coming back. I do want to see The Last Man on Earth if it's coming back. Sometimes I cringe watching The Last Man on Earth for just how stupid the main character is, but he's supposed to be stupid. There we go, that worked. And it got sort of crazy at the end. The whole story is crazy, and they didn't stick to their original premise at all. I would like to see a TV series like The Last Man on Earth, where he was really the last man on Earth and was somewhat intelligent and could survive on his own. Not one, because this one, he found people almost instantly. By the end of the first season, you had, let's see, there was 5 people. So that's a terrible name to give to your series. Supernatural is coming back. I'd like to see it be good, but I'd also like to see it wrap up. Come on, it's how much longer can you go? There's been like 5 seasons ago, just guessing a number here. 5 seasons ago when Supernatural should have ended, because the power creep has just gotten so ridiculous. Honestly, it should have ended after they fought Lucifer. I mean, really, that's about as high the power creep as it ever should have been. It should have ended after like, that was the season where they were stopping the apocalypse, and it has been, I think, about 5 seasons since then where they've just kind of tried to create even more powerful things. I'd like to see it wrap up. I'd like to see it done. Maybe what they could do, or what they should have done better, is that every time there was a major arc, they should have just kind of rebooted the universe and gotten rid of some of the storyline, because there's some of it that doesn't really matter, and it's getting very repetitive. Of one guy gets in trouble and their other brother always comes and saves them and causes some nightmare because of that. Penn and Teller Full S is on right now, so that's back. I'll watch that. That's just magic, a magic show. What else? Well, I guess if I think of anything else, I'll let you know next recording. That'll be in probably 3 days. Again, we only went 2 episodes, but that's fine. We are at 2,425 gold, and yep, that's almost halfway there, I think, unless I'm just counting wrong, unless I'm totally confused. Like, 1 pack is 100, so I could get almost 25 packs. I want to have enough to get 550 packs, and the expansions, I believe the expansions when you bought them with gold were 3,500 each week, which was an impossible amount because you can't really get 700 every week. So you would have had to save up, which kind of screws over anybody that wants to play the new expansion and hasn't played any Hearthstone before then. Anywho, that's enough talking. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. Let me know down below what new shows you're watching. By the time this episode is out, I'm sure you are watching it well into the new season, maybe even close to the end, or probably somewhat closer to halfway through the new season. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.